Hello there. Soon I'll be returning to some even less interesting videos, but for now I have this board. You've seen the name in the title already, and I'm going to unbox it. So I'm in the UK, you might be able to tell from my voice, but this actually came from Newegg over in the US fairly recently. Before I get to the unboxing, one thing to note on the outside, we can see here, part of the box, 3rd gen AMD Ryzen desktop ready, but here, this is actually a sticker. AMD Ryzen 5000X desktop ready, so that just means that this one has come with a more recent BIOS that supports the 5000 series processors that have an X on the end. Now, why the X, you ask? Simple. There's the 5000G series, they are more recent, they are different processors, those presumably not supported on this board, at least not out of the box. Fingers crossed there will be a BIOS that supports them. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to try and blast through this fairly quickly. So because this is the Wi-Fi model, we have our Wi-Fi antenna here. We've got a little stand there, the antenna itself and the cable. And here we have the board itself. I'll pop that to one side just for now. So let's pull the cardboard out, see what accessories we get with it, because that's probably what you're here for if you're watching this video. So here is our I/O shield. We've got a nice TUF gaming logo there. Fairly basic I/O shield. It's not an expensive board. Well, it's fairly expensive by older standards. Okay, so this is a little pad to stick onto the existing M.2 pad for when you're using single-sided M.2 SSDs. So probably refer to the manual on exactly when to use that. Here we have our screws and our standoffs for M.2 SSDs. We've got 2 SATA cables there. One of them has a right angle on one end. We have our ASUS TUF certificate of reliability, which is kind of funny because TUF they're generally lower end boards these days. I mean, these are all tested to various military standards, but they're not necessarily military standards that are that relevant, but there it is. We have technical updates. So this is some more information about the guarantee, in addition to what's in the manual. A specification update notification for AMD processors. So that's again an update to what's in the manual, so it's just AMD have launched some more chips and they are supported by this board. Then we have our actual manual, or user guide as the case may be. And finally, some stickers, which I might, there we go. So we've got a few stickers there. We've got a sticker to go on the battery, several stickers to go on the battery. Various just general sort of case stickers. That one's labelled PCH fan. It's a B550 board. It does not have a PCH fan. PCH, of course, standing for Platform Controller Hub, also means chipset. And then we've got a card there that says TUF Squad. Alright, I'm not sure why you'd carry that around, but I mean, I guess that's the kind of thing I'd have found quite exciting when I was 12 years old, to be totally fair. So I can hardly blame modern 12-year-olds for wanting one, and 12-year-olds these days do sometimes have gaming PCs, so there you are. Alright, well, that's everything that comes in the box. I'll just get the board itself out as well, as I've only been going for about 4 minutes. Okay. So pull that out, make sure that I've got it framed okay. So we've got 2 M.2 slots. This one here is under a little heatsink. This one, no heatsink at all, but to be totally fair, high performance M.2 drives, and this one's going to be the PCIe 4.0 ready one, they tend to come with their own heatsinks, and they tend to be pretty chunky heatsinks as well, so that's actually sensible. That makes sense to me. We've got our chipset heatsink down there. What does that look like? Ooh, am I going to be able to hold that in a way where you can see it? That's the question. Yeah, can you see down there? There's no kind of fins at all. It's just one piece of metal that's kind of folded over. Well, it's probably been extruded, strictly speaking. But yeah. Our actual VRM heatsinks, though, very, very chunky things, extending out into an I/O cover just here. The VRM itself, what have we got? 10 chokes in total, so it's probably something like an 8+2 phase, or perhaps a 4+2 or a 4+1 phase, but with 2 chokes per phase. Which is still better than 1 phase, sort of. It's complicated. Capacitors along there, and actually quite a lot here of multi-layer ceramic capacitors, so that's interesting. 4 DIMM slots. Right, what else is it worth me having a look at while I've got this board on camera? I'll show you the I/O. I mean, to be honest, if you're looking at this video, you've probably looked up the board and you know what the I/O is, but there it is for you anyway. Right, well, before I end the video, I'm just going to quickly flip it over. Nothing special on the back other than it's quite a nice pattern. But I'm going to lean in and, oh hello, I've got some LEDs down there, so that bit where we've got cutouts in the PCB mask, that'll light up. I'm sure that looks lovely. So it's all ceramic capacitors there, neat. I'm just going to lean in and stare at the DIMM slots to try and figure out the layout, because that's something that's sometimes interesting. I'm expecting it to be daisy chain, but I'm not certain. Yeah? Yep, that's daisy chain. So, if you were wondering, yes, it is daisy chain, as is expected for an ASUS B550 or X570 board, or even an ASUS X470 or B450 board, for that matter. Well, I think that's about everything worth saying in a fairly brief video. As always, if you found yourself watching this, I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching. Bye.